let's start with a really powerful and kind of painful question. What if, someday, a child had to ask what a tree was? Well, this explainer is going to dive into a future where that question is a terrifying reality, and what that tells us about the choices we are making right now. Just try to imagine it for a second. A future where the air kind of tastes like metal, where the only green you see is the glow from a screen, and in that world, a kid looks up and asks this question that just hangs in the sterile air. Papa, what is a tree? It's a question that tells you everything you need to know about a world that's been stripped bare. And the only answer Papa can give is a trip to a museum, to a glass case holding a dead, forgotten relic. The plaque on it reads like a final verdict on all of us. You know, this isn't just some sci-fi story. It's a warning. And if we can really understand it, we might just figure out how to listen to it. So, to really feel the weight of this loss, let's actually go there. Let's step into that future. There's this story set in the year 2075 that shows us exactly what's on the line. Okay, so meet Aaron. He lives in one of those mega cities where birdsong is just a simulation and rivers are things you only read about in history books. On a school trip, he sees it. For the very first time, a real tree. And it's just silent, dead, stuck behind glass. He asks, why did it die? And the answer he gets is so simple and so brutal. The people before you chose profit over life. That night, Aaron writes this down in his diary. And wow, what a devastating thing for a kid to realize. But his loss, it's way bigger than just him. To get why his future is the way it is, we need to get what the world actually gave up when it gave up its trees. So Aaron's story, it really hits you in the gut, right? It's a powerful emotional warning. But what's the actual science behind it? What is it that makes a world without trees so, well, unlivable? Let's break down the absolutely fundamental role they play in our planet's entire life support system. This right here, this reframes how we have to see trees. They aren't just some passive background scenery. Nope, they are the planet's engineers. They literally build our atmosphere, they control our climate, and they protect all life. They are the living, breathing infrastructure of our entire world. And let's put that into perspective for a second. Get this, a single mature tree provides enough oxygen for a family of 4, for a whole year. In Aaron's world, that life-giving source, it's been replaced by a machine strapped to your back. That is the real cost of losing our living infrastructure. So let's redefine the word tree right now. It's not just a plant, it's a planetary life support system. And when you take that away, you're not just clearing a bit of land, you are slowly but surely turning up the heat on a burning oven. And this brings us right to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? If trees are so obviously vital for life, why on earth would we ever destroy them? Well, the answer, at least according to the source material, comes down to this massive clash of values. The long-term value of life versus the short-term temptation of profit. So this next part explores the psychology behind all that destruction. And fair warning, it's a tough thing to look at, but it's so important. We're gonna look at the justifications people used, even when they knew exactly what the consequences would be. This slide really just lays it all out, the huge disconnect. Over on the left, you have what we knew. The science was clear. It warned us about all of this. And then on the right, you have the rationalizations, those small, selfish excuses we use to just ignore the warnings, chipping away at the future, one tree at a time. And maybe, just maybe, all of those excuses can be boiled down to this one simple, devastating sentence. A phrase that just lets you off the hook, right? It shifts the responsibility to someone else or some other time until there's no time left. But here's the thing, that future, Aaron's future, it's not set in stone. The source material isn't just trying to scare us. It's a direct message to us, right here, right now. So this next part is all about the choice that is sitting right in front of our generation. And that brings us right back to today, to right now. We are the lucky ones. We don't live in Aaron's world. We can still go outside and feel the shade of a tree. We can breathe the air it cleans. And what that means is we still have a choice. And you know, the solution doesn't have to be this giant, overwhelming thing. The source suggests it can all start with the power of one. Plant one tree, or take responsibility for protecting one tree that's already here. or just use your voice to speak for the trees that can't speak for themselves. These are simple, actionable steps that anybody can take. And what we're protecting is so much more than just oxygen and rain. This line, it's from a poem in the source material, and it really captures that deeper connection. Nature inspires us, It fuels our imagination. To lose it is to lose a piece of what makes us human. And so we're going to end with this question for you, for all of us. When future generations look back at our time, what are they going to see? Will they see the generation that destroyed everything or the one that saved it? The choice, really, is ours to make.